and welcome back to Donington for Mini Challenge 2011. Well, as always, we've had some very close racing, and now there's a change at the top too. Luke Cordell is the new championship leader for the time being, at least, because there are plenty of people wanting to knock him off his perch.
We got off the line really well, side by side with Luke, down through Crane and Curves. He gave me the room and I got the lead. I built on the lead and got, I think, maybe 3 or 4 second leads until I came down to the second to last lap, into the chicane. Yellow flags on approach, yellow flags, there was a left and a slowing vehicle in the middle of the road that I couldn't overtake. It was right above race control, so they would have seen it. So I was faced with the problem. I had to slow down and to find out what he was doing, and when he pulled over to go in the pits, but that time I'd lost him on momentum, and it gave Luke the lead into turn 1.
So it's time for the final race of the weekend, and as it's a reverse grid, Chris Oakman is in pole position. He's going to have to do a lot of defending, and that here at Donington is no mean feat.
Certainly isn't, Mima. So, final race of the weekend, it's the top 6 from the last race in reverse order and a rolling start. So we'll look to see Chris Knox and Luke Cordell charging up through the order. The reverse grid also applies down the club class as well, so Mount Morton Hills with lots of work to do. So this is how they line up, with Chris Oakman and Andrew Bailey on the front row of the grid. Sam Osborne and Lee Allen, it's a strong row too. And then Chris Knox will desperately be looking to make amends for that last lap defeat in the second race of the weekend. This promises to be an absolute thriller. The final race of the weekend always is. So it's Chris Oakman who paces the field through for the rolling start. Green car with Luke Cordell as the red lights, you can see them there on left, go out now, and away we go for the final time this weekend here at Donington Park as we sprint down towards Redgate for the first time. Everybody hugging the inside line as they arrive into Redgate, and Chris Oakman says that'll do me nicely. I'll take the lead into Redgate. Chris Knox looking to make early ground. He's made a couple of places there actually. He's up past the Allen as they plunge through Hollywood and then down the infamous Crane of Curves, always very congested on the first lap of the race. So it's Andrew Bailey who is up there as Knox loses it, and Oakman then goes round, he tags the Allen, and they all go off. It's the charge, the lightweight saloon brigade here as they look to rejoin. So in the midfield, Rinko and David Ogden as they come back on track. And that's a tangle there between Allen and Crocker, and Ogden goes off as well. David Ogden rounds he goes, and that is scary. Has anybody hit him? No, not quite. That is a miracle that David Ogden has gone around twice without making contact with anybody or anything, all of which has left in the lead of the race Andrew Bailey. So it's Andrew Bailey who leads. Chris Knox has been the big winner there. He's up in second, Sam Osborne in third as they collide towards Coppice for the first time of asking. And a slight gap back to Chris Smith. Next up, Finley Crocker clambers over the tyre barriers. Lee Allen out of the race, as well as the leaders accelerate down the back straight on towards Goddard's. And it is Bailey who is going to lose the lead here to Sam Osborne, because Osborne jigs through. The youngster takes the lead of the race away from Andrew Bailey. Although Bailey looking to dispute the matter immediately. Chris Knox very much there as well, but they're going to have to put that battle on hiatus for a moment. The safety car is out, and here is the reason right. So Chris Oakman backs off, the Allen gives it the slightest of touches, but the speed and camber of the Crane of Curves. Oakman goes round, he tags the Allen. We see it from reverse, and yes, the Allen just tagged Finley Crocker, and Luke Cordell no option but to take forward the action. They come back on track. Allen has got steering damage. He tags Crocker once, twice. Goodbye to the driver's window for Finley Crocker. Hello to the tyre wall for the Allen, and goodbye to the championship lead as well for him, if Luke Cordell can get to the end of this race. Dramatic stuff as we go green once more. And it is Sam Osborne who leads the field on the restart, but it's Chris Knox who's looking feisty. He's already up into second place, and he's going to be really seeking to challenge here to claim the victory he feels should have been his from the first race. And through he goes as running wide is George Allen. Now, has Knox made that move stick? Yes, he has. So down the Crane of Curves on this restart, and it's Chris Knox immediately into the lead of the race here and trying to pull away for Sam Osborne, pitching the car into a big slide. Chris Smith showing well in the early stages. He's challenging Andrew Bailey for third, and look at Luke Cordell as well, up there in 5th position. Lee Sullivan as well is making good progress, but head of the field though, it's Knox and Osborne trying to break away from the rest, which is rapidly becoming Andrew Bailey, and Luke Cordell now up into 4th place as Chris Smith leaves a mini's width to the inside at McLean's. He keeps that gap open up to Coppice, so Cordell goes through and up into 4th position. Jason Richardson also making ground as well as they stream along the straight. Wonderful sight these cars make as they then break into the Goddard chicane. And are we going to see a change there for 5th? Yes, we are. Lee Sullivan goes up on the inside of Chris Smith, so Sullivan goes 5th as this battle for 3rd well and truly joins. as does the battle for club class honours, because it's Dean Raymond who has moved ahead of Ant Wharton-Eales. So Wharton-Eales, he's had 2 easy victories thus far this weekend, not having it all go his own way in the third and final race, as Chris Knox trying to build that gap over Sam Osborne. It's Andrew Bailey. Well, this is Andrew's best showing of the season by quite some margin. He's doing an excellent job here of keeping Luke Caudle at bay, and Dean Raymond continuing to do the same to Ant Wharton-Eales. Well, he'll be able to do that until the end of the race. It remains to be seen, but for the moment it's Dean Raymond who leads the club class, although Wharton-Eales piling on the pressure and gets a good run, in fact, onto the tail of Dean as they accelerate out from the old hairpin, as they then go through Schwantz and climb up the hill towards McLean's. This is Wharton-Eales looking very ominous here. Dean Raymond defending fairly feistily through McLean's and then up on towards Coppins now. Is Wharton-Eales going to be able to find his way through here? Again, Raymond goes very defensive. Well, we'll see if Wharton-Eales found his way through, as Osborne makes the move for the lead of the race. So Sam Osborne takes the lead away from Chris Knox. So it's Osborne who goes to the goes wide immediately across the gravel trap, and Chris Knox says, thank you very much, I'll have my lead back if that's all right. So Chris Knox moves back into the lead of the race. Sam Osborne, well, he held it briefly as we go into the final lap here. So Osborne, as he sheds bits of trim, not too long to find his way through. Luke Caudle the same, and Andrew Bailey, through he goes, up the inside into Redgate. Brilliant manoeuvre from Luke Caudle, and that's a move straight out of his karting days, finding the gap on the inside as into the final corner of the race comes Chris Knox, and he is going to claim victory in the third and final race. What's been a brilliant weekend's action here in the mini challenge, Donington Park. So Knox wins it from Sam Osborne, with Luke Caudle home in third position. Well, Chris Knox, after the dramas of race 2, punching the steering wheel in delight, he will have thoroughly enjoyed that. And Ant Wharton-Eales has found his way through past Dean Raymond. So Ant Wharton-Eales winning the club class once more. So here's the results, with Chris Knox taking the win from Sam Osborne, Luke Caudle brilliant fourth from Andrew Bailey, Chris Smith in fifth, and Lee Sullivan in sixth position. Good result for Lee as well. In terms of the classes, when the John Cooper Works class, it's Chris Knox from Sam Osborne and Luke Caudle. Solid points there for Luke Caudle. And in the club class, it's 3 from 3 from Ant Wharton-Eales, with Dean Raymond second and Sarah Parsons rounding out the podium.
Chris! Wow, you have got to be really happy with that, finally!
Yeah, that was, can't believe it. The car held together. I might have worked the tyres a bit hard in race 2, so I struggled a bit. Sam sort of seemed to have the measure of me, but he drove really well. He made a bit of a mistake, which kind of gave me the place back, but what a result. Right, just what I need.
Sam, well done. That was a fantastic run for you. Obviously, quite a battle going on there as well.
Yeah, pretty much speechless. Yeah.
Okay, so obviously Chris was just got you right there at the end, but up until that point, how was it?
We've pretty much fought out pretty good. I think Chris lost a bit of power going down the straight, and I passed him going down outside, but then I outbraked myself and went straight on at chicane.
Luke, you were pressurising Andrew Bailey throughout, and then you took him right at the end to get your final podium of the weekend.
Yeah, he drove really well in that race. I can't take it away from him, but he just left the gap open down towards turn 1 on that last lap, so we managed to pinch third place, but a fantastic weekend. You
weren't just happy to just, take a fourth, no?
No, we need the podiums. We need to get up on the podiums and get the trophies for home and stuff like that, but again, a fantastic weekend. A massive thank you to all of Accelerate for a fantastic car again. All the fans are coming down to support me, and yeah, on to Anglesey. You are now current champion leader. Yeah, it puts all the pressure back on now moving into Anglesey, yeah, so we'll be all right, we'll be fine. Okay.
Another win for you. Dean made a little mistake there and you took the advantage.
Yeah, he made his car quite wide for the first half of the race, and yeah, as you say, he made a mistake out of the chicane, and that was it. That was my way through.
Okay, before I forget, did you pass your driving test?
Yes, first time.
Any minor faults?
2.
I made a mistake at the chicane, missed the gear, and he was there. Couldn't catch him then once he got away. But yeah, second place, great result. We had some problems earlier, had to fix the car up. The boys did a great job getting it back out there and getting the second place.
It's amazing, just doing something like missing a gear can make all the difference.
That's how close this championship is. It really is one little mistake and you've lost it, so yeah.
Well done, podium finish.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was a good race. Probably would have helped if I had remembered it was a rolling start.
What happened there?
I don't know. I just wasn't thinking.
So that's the end of another fantastic weekend of mini challenge racing here at Donington Park. Congratulations to Chris Knox. He finally got his win, and Luke Caudle did a brilliant job, of course, this weekend. And Ant Morton Eels winning club class again. So the battle continues. Next time, we're at Anglesey.